So Judy, I know that you've been a volunteer in Paul's communication circle for, I think, for a couple of years, and you've actually joined us by Skype. You work with him with Skype, and we've been really fortunate to have you because you're also a retired speech pathologist. So just tell us a little bit about what the experience has been like for you and for Paul, and just kind of what you've observed, both from your volunteer and your professional eye.
Well, from my professional eye, it's been a learning experience because I've worked with children for many, many years. So this was drawing on something, a lot from work that happened a long time ago when I worked with adults. But that's really neither here nor there because I had a program in front of me to follow, so I was a volunteer just like anybody else, and I was learning as I went along. And I was absolutely amazed at Paul's dedication to it. His motivation, first of all, was huge. And the effectiveness of this very simple, straightforward program. This program that's designed for people with Parkinson's, but is being used in Paul's case with someone with multiple system atrophy, was working. It was effective. It was helping him to maintain the strength of his voice, to maintain his speech intelligibility, and he continued to improve and maintain for so much longer than we expected. And still, to this day, has, I think, more voice than he would have. He's told me himself that he doesn't believe that he would have a voice today if it weren't for this program. And the beauty to me as a speech pathologist is the sheer simplicity of it and practicality of it, that it goes right to the target.
And has it been hard with your volunteer experience? Because it must be very sad to see these changes in your friend.
It's been sad to see the changes in my friend. I think the first time that I was unable to understand him was a really hard day for me. But we were very honest and upfront with each other, and so we dealt with it. We talked about it and used the strategies that had been discussed in the group, and we've been doing that ever since. So it just meant that although he had done absolutely everything that he could possibly do, multiple system atrophy was marching on in its way. But Paul has not stopped working at his speech, and it still, I believe, is having a positive effect.
And what helps you when you can't understand Paul? What do you say to him?
I say, Paul, I didn't catch that. I'll say that quite often. I didn't catch that. Or I don't know the topic. I don't know what we're talking about right now. I've lost track of the topic. Something like that. So then he will come back and he might say one word or say a phrase. That seems to help. And a couple of occasions he has spelled, and it's been magical. He may only need to spell 3 or 4 letters of a word, and bingo, it fits in. And so we do that.
Have you ever felt like dropping out of the group? Has it ever been?
Oh no, I look forward to it so much. We have a great time. We have a great time. Some of our sessions last for an hour and a half.
Oh my goodness. And this is on Skype.
This is on Skype.
Wow.
And sometimes, I mean, the time just flies. It flies because we do digress a little bit. When, the lesson plan says conversation, we have a great conversation. And because he's so far away and I don't get to see him in person, it's a treat. It really is a treat, and it's a highlight for me.